Hello, people. So here's a crazy story for you. My brother recently bought this old home so he could gut it and remodel it and live in it. And after the closing, I showed up a little too early, about an hour early, and found these hornets amongst a lot of other things. But walking around the outside of the house, I found a bunch of toys. And my brother ordered this trash can to get rid of all the debris from remodeling. So I just started picking up all these toys and throwing them in the trash can because I knew that's where they were going to go. And I wasn't interested in any of them, but I really didn't know what I was in store for. So this first pile I'm going to show you is basically just a bunch of Black&Decker tools. And then all this hardware and parts and pieces to screw it all together. Here's some tires. I'm not going to show it all to you, but this is kind of a prelude to the amount of stuff that I found in this house. There's easily over 100 pieces here just for this set. Then we have all these toy fish that were meant to be fished out with a magnet. I found the googly eyes too all over my carpet. Then we've got 20 of these pieces. Not sure exactly what this goes to, but then we've got a Leapster 2 with 2 cartridges and a movie theater projector with 5 cartridges. Both of them, mind you, are cars. Then we have all these cars and these cars' keys. Then we have these really weird Tonka trains that are just strange. And then a pile of Tonka tires with all radically different tread on them. Well, 3 different treads, but you know, there's at least 3 sets of tires here. Then we have these Tonka tires. They're hard plastic. I don't know what they go to. Then I found this really large tire that's all by itself. I don't know what this goes to. Then we've got this Best Lock manual. And I can only assume that maybe these are Best Lock. I'm not really sure. I don't know. These characters certainly are not the same. They've got different elbows. But they're just knockoff Legos, of course. Then we've got this big pile of Legos with 1.5 minifigures and a Lego shark. But there is easily, over 100 pieces of Legos in this pile. Then there's these 3 Playmobil figures, 2 firefighters and a police officer. Not exactly sure what this is. But it does stuff, and it has extra things that are part of it, apparently. I'm not sure how they go together, but they lock into here somehow. I don't know. And we have these 2 toy rafts for Special Forces action figures to raid a beach. That one's 20 years old. It's funny that they're both the same size and shape, but radically different qualities. Both very cool. And if you guys haven't noticed, I'm building up to better things here. So I found this Nerf gun that works great, and all these darts, and a second matching gun. We also found this Stormtrooper blaster, which works. And the light in there works. Now, what I was shocked to find was that this toy is over 20 years old, 1996. This obviously belonged to the father of the house, and he literally just abandoned his old Star Wars blaster. Then we have this pile of Transformers, which, this one's not in bad shape, but it's missing some parts, I think. This one is certainly missing some parts. I had to find this door panel in the pile and reattach it. That took me a while to figure out. These Optimus Primes were completely in pieces as well, and I had to put them together. But this one seems like the only one that's complete. And they have different decoration. I don't know if that means one is worth more than the other. I'll have to look these up, but I doubt it. And then we've got this motorcycle missing a rear tire. Half of the rear tire is here somewhere. Here it is. But I don't have the other half. This one seems complete. And these seem complete. It's kind of cool. This one I really liked. I had to piece him back together too, but he's obviously missing a lot here in the rear. I think he dies in the beginning of the movie. Now here's an interesting pile. These are all accessories and guns and stuff. This is a really cool one. There's another one in here that's really, this one right here is really cool. And there's a third one in here. It's not as cool, but it still has an action to it. There it is. And then we've got this little cannon. I don't know what all this stuff goes to, but here's a little M16. Here's a gun. Most of these are just accessories to action figures, I believe. I'm really not sure exactly, but like here's Darth Vader's helmet. But I don't have a Darth Vader figure it fits to, so now I just kind of created this pile of parts. This looks like a knife sheath to a 12-inch action figure, like an old G.I. Joe figure or something. Got this odd little die. I don't know what all these go to, but here's another gun. Another M16 with a grenade launcher. Kind of looks like an M16. And then I've got two of these, and I was trying to figure out what these are. These look like smokestacks to Optimus Prime, but no Optimus Prime figure big enough to really fit these. I don't know what these are. But so many random little accessories to things I have no idea. And we have all these characters from different movies. This is my favorite. I love the R2 units from Star Wars, and I'm just tickled to death that this one includes the removable third wheel. That's just kick-ass. That one I'll certainly be keeping, but everything else here, I think I'll be giving these away. Toy Story. I don't know what this is. And I don't know who this is from. I don't know. It looks familiar. It's got a little duck hat on. And this guy. Just so many different things came out of this damn house. I'm just shocked. This did something. This looks like a McDonald's toy or something. Maybe not. Yep, McDonald's. Which leads us to this next category. Alright, all these fast food toys. Bobblehead. And these still work. McDonald's 2008. Man, it's over 10 years old. This one's got a really weird conspiracy theory behind it. I don't know what to make of that. Megatron. Batman. Flash. Spider-Man. The Spider-Man's from Burger King. But these are all kind of from one fast food restaurant or another. 2009. I don't know, maybe this isn't a fast food, but it's certainly a Toy Story. I don't know. I really don't know what all this is. Most of it is Happy Meal stuff. Then we have these four Batman action figures. I'm not sure which toy lines these come from, but there's so many Batman out there. We've been stuck in a box for a month and a half. And then we have this Superman figure, this doll that's kind of weird looking and 12 inches tall. Toy Works, San Antonio, Texas. Not sure what year this was, but it's kind of a cool doll. Here's 4 motorcycle toys I found. This one still kind of works a little bit. These were meant to go on a pole device that would make them go really fast. And then I think this one was meant for a track, a gravity track. This one's actually really cool looking. Then we have these 4 strange Tonka castings, which I'm just realizing now that's what these are for. I mean, these are just so awkward looking. I never assumed that that's what these were for. But that's exactly what they're monster cars. There. That looks good. I only had enough for 3. I didn't have enough tires for the 4th casting. And we've got all these John Deere licensed items, like this googly-eyed looking little pick-em-up truck. And this tractor. Now these aren't labeled John Deere, but I assume this is a John Deere product. Farm implement of some sort, along with this. And this trailer, which I thought was really cool, John Deere trailer. I don't know what this was for either, but Ertl. And we've got these 3 roll cages for something. They look like they're supposed to be removable, of course. But they're really cool. I wish I knew what they went to. Tonka. Something Tonka. Okay, I'm really stupid, so they're for these. And that's what these tires are for, too. These rubber tires are meant to slip over those tires. Here's the other one. That's really cool. Tonka did a really good job with that. These are really cool toys. So cool. You can fold the wheels down. Just realized that when it hit the ground, you can spread them out and make them different. Here's a bunch of random trucks and cars that I found. This was in a really good shape. It's really cool. And the ambulance. This is a cool ambulance. Sona, I think it is. Soma International. And this Lancer, this is a cool Lancer. This was an electronic toy. I don't know what it was supposed to do, but it feels like the everything that made it go inside is gone. And this bus, of course, everyone's seen at Meijer. This is a classic one. It's got the stop sign and the door that open. Now we're getting down to the 1 in 64 scale castings. And most of these are no name. Oh, that's a McDonald's toy right there. But I don't know what these, where a lot of these came from. These really just say China on the bottom. This one's kind of cool. And here's a pile of Maistos, and this one is, I think, the coolest out of the pile. A little damaged up front, but it's a pretty casting. And this is actually one I found outside when I was throwing all the other toys in the trash can, and I honestly thought that this was going to be the only toy I was going to walk away with that evening, but little did I know the mess that I was in for. Now we find all these little Matchbox. A tractor, El Camino. Here's a Skybuster, the only airplane in the whole lot, and the only helicopter in the whole lot. And it's a Dora Explorer helicopter. And then all these in the back are all Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo limo, Scooby-Doo sign truck, Scooby-Doo classic car. I don't know what this is. It's 50 something. And a Chrysler. What is this, a Prowler? Oh, that's funny. And this little, looks like a Ford panel van. And last but not least, all these Hot Wheels. This Batman Hot Wheels, I mean, these all look brand new. None of these really look played with. Just a bunch of random, oh, that's a Matchbox. That should have been in the Matchbox pile. But some of these look like multi-packs cars. You know, this was never a basic. This was in a 5-pack, I believe. But, you know, just the number of things found in this lot. I mean, there's over 40 Hot Wheels here alone. And look at this one. This is absolutely beautiful. It's got rubber tires. It looks like a real Riders. But it's a Formula One with Meyer Deco on it. 2009, so it's 10 years old. I don't know if that's when this first came out or not, but I mean, this is a beautiful casting. I'm certainly keeping this one as well. And the only damage I see on it is right here on the tip of this part here. The paint is chipped. But absolutely incredible. This is a beautiful casting. This one got chewed up by the dog, it looks like. It's too bad. This one I remember seeing back when it first came out 15 years ago, and I just never bought it. And I wish I had, and now I have it, which is so weird. Roll cage. 2000. Jeez. These just look incredible. I mean, a lot of these just look brand new. And I don't know much about or anything about most of these castings. None of them I actually collect. None of these castings I collect. But they're all really cool. This one I thought about buying too. Came out recently as the 101 Dalmatians. I don't know if that's what this came out on or not, but this is an old casting and it's got a metal bottom. Okay, we do have a couple more things to show you. But this one's these are Hot Wheels tracks. Track parts, components to tracks. 2002. This one's got a broken handle on it. I'm not sure what this is. I assume this is a Hot Wheels product, but really don't know. It doesn't say. Now, here's all the junk I just simply did not get around to talking about because I either don't know what it is, or it's horribly incomplete, or just too dirty for me to want to touch it. A lot of these things I had to clean. I can't tell you how difficult it was to prepare for this video. Just collecting all the stuff and organizing it and figuring out what it all was a chore in itself, and then trying to figure out how to record it was a whole nother problem. But it's just amazing what I pulled out of this house. Then absolutely last, this 9mm pistol magazine from Ruger Firearms. I'm not sure what pistol this goes to, but this is a high cap 9mm magazine for one of their auto pistols that they're making today. Pretty cool. Can't believe all this stuff was abandoned in that house. And this magazine here, funny enough, was found in a box full of Disney VHS tapes. So maybe the kids were just older kids. Hard to say exactly, but this one is certainly not a toy. Thanks for watching, people. Make it a great day.
I protect the galaxy from the threat of invasion from the evil Emperor Zurg. It's a secret mission in uncharted space. Let's go.
Guns don't kill people. Snakes kill people. Use a snake, go to jail. That's the law. Here. This was for 3D.